Hello. Diyan hindi nakakabit yung camera, no? Saan? Ikaw nga.
Sa likod.
Isa sa likod. Paano?
Hindi. Okay lang na hindi ka na maglagay ng mic.
Hello?
Bakit nakabunot ka agad? Okay lang? Oo, tagalin na lang. Kaya nga nakabunot lang ako. Ano lang yung alanganin? Kaya nagsaksak doon sa karo si Kevin eh.
Naririnig ako, girls. Naririnig niyo ako? Mag-open
Opo.
mic nga kayo. O, sige, start na tayo. May papasok pa kaya? Wait lang. Pakisabi na lang sa akin kapag may nag-join pa para ma-admit ko sila. Okay ba?
Para hindi ka mahirapan, mag-auto-add ka.
Auto.
Dito, auto-accept mo.
Saan pa, ma'am?
Diyan nata sa more. Sir, ano, meron dyan eh. Saan yan, sir? Sa settings, sir, yung auto-accept na.
Oo, ma'am.
Para hindi ka na mag-disturb. Sir, dinisyon lang mo. Okay, auto-accept na. Settings yun eh, yun, di ba? Restrictions.
Ma'am, ano yun na lang po? Yan po. Uncheck niyo po kaya yan. Okay po. Pakisabi na lang na ano, kung pwede na silang pumasok directly. Okay, start na tayo. Pwede na ba tayo mag-start, Cosep? Bakit yung Cosep tsaka yung Parco magkasama? Bakit yung Cosep tsaka yung Parco magkasama sa isang account? Charlie.
Pag isahin na namin, sir,
Hindi,
hiwalayin.
ba't magkasama ba kayo?
Magkapit-bahay kami, sir.
Maghiwalay kaya kayo ng ano?
Sige po, sir.
Try nyo. Okay, so yung topic natin today is all about nasa week 2 na tayo. So kung may problema pa dun sa week 1, you can just return or go back to week 1 and then kindly what do you call it? You can go back to the slides ng week 1 tapos sa week 2 na tayo. Week 2 na tayo ngayon. Hintayin lang natin tayo madagdagan. Ayan, paki-PM naman na pwede nang mag-join. Let's give them additional 2 minutes before we start. Nandito na si Charlene. Start na tayo, mag-share screen na. Naririnig ba ako, Mary Joy and Mary Rose?
Opo.
Okay, sige. Charlene, naririnig mo ba ako, Charlene?
Po, sir.
Okay. Asan si Cosep at hindi na bumalik?
Inaayos pa po yung Zoom niya, sir.
O sige, start na ta. O sige. Charlene, pakitignan na lang kung ilan yung participants ha. Kung ilan yung
Okay.
participants. Kung nadadagdagan na tayo, paki-update na lang ako. Okay, start
Okay
na
po.
tayo. Si Botix andito na. Hi Christine. Christine May, start na tayo. Copy po na. Okay. Yung girls, yung daw copy ng reg form nyo, nasa inyo ba? Ma'am, paano i-send? I-scan po nila. O picture lang po.
Naka-image lang
Ah.
sinend ni Ellen.
Okay po.
Forward lang siya para may copy.
Okay, yung reg form nyo, hello girls, yung daw reg form nyo, isend nyo sa akin. Doon na lang sa GC natin, doon sa GC. Ay, individual sending pala. Individual sending. Okay, doon sa Elmer Franco. Tapos yung profile pic niya, yung kulay blue yung picture. Yun yung profile pic niya. Please send your reg form. Yung sinend sa inyo ni Ma'am Ellen. Yung sinend sa inyo ni Ma'am Ellen. Yung sinend sa inyo ni Ma'am Ellen na reg form, i-forward nyo lang sa akin. Okay, para ma-activate yung exam and quiz ninyo. Just in case, magkaroon na tayo ng exam and quiz this week or in the coming weeks. Because today we will finish week 2 and week 3. Okay, week 2 and week 3 today tayo. Tapusin natin. Five, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so nakikita na ba yung screen ko? Nakikita na yung screen ko?
Opo.
Nakita na? Nakikita na yung screen ko? Class, nakikita yung screen ko? Charlene, nakikita yung screen ko? Nakikita yung screen ko? Charlene?
Opo, sir.
Okay, sige. Okay, so Module 2 or Week 2 is all about the role of business in social and economic development. Today, we will deal about the core principles underlying fairness, accountability, transparency in business, operations, and stewardship. Okay, so we will be dealing with the core principles. When we talk about principles, these are like values o yung mga pagpapahalaga na dapat natin matutuhan sa loob ng isang negosyo o sa loob ng isang business. So ano-ano ba yun? Yung mga core principles na you need to possess. You need to possess these things. Okay, you need to possess these underlying principles, okay, to be able to what? When you become part of any business in the future needed for social and economic development. Okay? Back ko lang Okay, kung may tanong kayo dun sa week 1, okay, sa week 1, pwede niyong balikan yung slides. Pwede niyong balikan yung slides dun sa week 1. Tapos, kasi today, we'll be dealing na with week 2. Okay, week 2 na tayo. Okay. The core principles in business, there are 6 pillars of character. Okay, so ano-ano ba to? Okay, number 1 is trustworthiness. Number 2, respect. Number 3, responsibility. Number 4, fairness. Number 5, caring. And then number 6, citizenship. Okay, citizenship. So ano sa Tagalog nito? Sino makakapagbigay? Charlene, how do we call trustworthiness in Tagalog? If you're gonna be converting it in Tagalog. Charlene, trustworthiness.
Pag mapagkakatiwalaan, sir.
Okay, sige. Botikaryo, ano naman yung respect and responsibility? Botikaryo, respect and responsibility.
Yung respeto tsaka responsibilidad po siya, sir eh.
Okay, tama. Okay, so Mary Joy, ano naman yung fairness and caring? If we are fair, what do we mean by those things? Mary Joy,
Yes, sir. Ano?
fairness. Ano sa Tagalog ng fairness? If we are,
Pagkapantay-pantay po, sir.
what about caring?
Caring.
Mm-mm.
Yung pag... Parang
Okay.
kalinga, sir.
Oo, tama. Pagiging mapagkalinga. Okay, meron din tayong tinatawag na fairness, accountability, transparency, and stewardship. Okay, so let's proceed. Wait lang Andito na pala si Hannah, si Vince, tsaka si Boticario, tsaka si Patrick Yaras. Okay, let's start. Okay, so number 1, fairness. So how can we differentiate or how can we define fairness when it comes to an organization? Kapag sinabi nating fairness class, always remember that when you enter an organization, fairness refers to equality treatment for business and companies, for instance. They should be fairness in shareholders, more so in the treatment of all stakeholders, including employees, communities, and public officials. The fairer the entity appears to her, the more likely it can survive the pressures of interested parties. Okay, so how do we achieve fairness, for example, in an organization? Because when you enter an organization class, there is hierarchy. Okay, ano ibig sabihin ng hierarchy? Merong boss, merong assistant, may manager, may assistant manager, tapos merong rank and file employees. Okay, so ganon. We need to follow certain protocols. You need we need to follow certain protocols because that is part of the norm of an organization. In every organization, there is norm and there is what? There is always a hierarchy that we need to follow. Okay? Saan pumapasok dito yung fairness? Okay? Saan pumapasok dito yung fairness? So, for example, in an organization, para rin siyang community natin, parang sa barangay. Okay, di ba? In an organization, how would you feel, for example, you were accused of a thing na hindi mo ginawa. Okay, naakusahan ka ng isang bagay na hindi mo nagawa. Okay, so how would you feel? How would you feel those things? Okay. Okay, how would you feel? So, in that case, if there is something that happened, ano ba, for example, nagtatrabaho ka sa isang company, tapos na-late ka. So, na-late ka siguro ng mga sa isang linggo, na-late ka ng 3 beses. And then you were called. You were called by your boss and then your boss asked you, why were you late 3 times in a week? So, ano sa palagay niyo yung dapat gawin doon? Tanungin natin si Vince. Vince, kapag sa McDo, pag nalilate, anong ginagawa?
IR, sir.
IR. Okay. Ang tawag natin doon ay incident report. You need to write your reasons. You need to write reasons. Why were you late 3 times in a week? Nalate ka ng 3 beses. Di ba tayo dito sa school, minsan, kapag late ka marami ka ng late, nasa record yon. Tapos kapag minsan yung mga teacher natin sinasara yung pinto, di ba? Nasasarahan ka ng pinto. Pero sa workplace, hindi naman yun pwede. Okay, sa workplace, all they can do is to keep your record, and then if you violated certain laws and rules and regulations, alam niyo naman, class, bago kayo pumasok sa isang company, you will need to undergo orientation. During orientation, doon on orientation, the rules and regulations of a company is being presented to you. Okay? So that you would know. You would know what to do and what to do and what not to do. Okay? So, sa case ni Vin, sa McDo daw, kapag na-late ka na ng maraming beses, you will be given a chance to explain your side using an incident report. Okay, yung incident report. Ang tawag natin doon, normally sa mga businesses, sa mga organization, IR. Gagawa kayo ng IR, and then those IR will be submitted to your boss, to your immediate superior for investigation. Okay? So, ganun yun. So, yun yung fairness, yung tawag natin. You need to go due process. Ang tawag natin doon, class, due process. Whether you will leave the organization or whether you've done something wrong in an organization, you need to follow certain protocols or you will undergo due process before a decision can be expedite. Bago mag-decision ng isang organization, it should pass on a certain process. We call it due process or investigation in some organization para bago mag-expedite ng isang decision. Okay? Nagkakaintindihan ba doon? May tanong ba so far? Okay. So, for example, during promotions, okay, so, kunyari matagal ka nang nagtatrabaho sa isang company and you feel you deserve to be promoted and then you deserve to be regularized or to be given a contract, ganyan. So, all the rules and criteria are presented to you. Dapat alam yun ng lahat. Okay? And then you will go certain processes that will get the best candidate suited for the position and suited for the promotion. Okay, tandaan niyo yung bagay na yan. Okay? So fairness is ganun. So ngayon is 2020, marami nang ina-apply na fairness, pagkakapantay-pantay. Marami ng bagay na ini-implement ng ibang company or the rest of the company when it comes to in order to apply the virtue of fairness o pagkakapantay-pantay in a workplace. For example, ngayon, I think some call center agents would allow people yung for example yung mga LGBT. Naririnig ba ako? Naririnig ba ako? Naririnig ako?
Opo.
Okay, for example in a
Opo.
company if it's an LGBT, kung LGBT yung member ng LGBT yung worker, they are allowed to dress up based on their sexual orientation. So in some cases ganon, sa ibang call center ganon. Okay, they are allowed to wear what they want to wear in the workplace. Okay, may mga ganon din. Tapos ano pa ba yung mga bagong sets ng fairness in a workplace? Yung age, 'di ba before at the age of 35, at the age of 36, 'di ba mahihirapan ka na to find the work. Pero in some organizations, they do not look at your age, but they would look at your qualifications more. Okay? They would not look at your age, so how old are you or what's your ganyan. So yun yun. Yun yung mga new sets of rules and regulations na nai-implement na ngayon, which is under the virtue or under the principle of fairness in business. So always try to remember those things. Okay? So saan pa dapat magkaroon ng pagkakapantay-pantay? Okay, for example sa scheduling, 'di ba? Sa scheduling, sa workload. Other than promotion, issue din minsan ang schedules, at saka yung distribution ng trabaho. Pero if your company naman knows or handles the virtue of fairness very well, hindi naman to magiging issue sa inyo pag nagtrabaho kayo. So, try to remember you should always be fair. Okay, pangalawa, okay, so, meron tayong tinatawag na substantive fairness. And yung pangalawa is procedural fairness. Okay, basahin nyo na lang yan. Okay, kung ano yung kaibahan ng procedural fairness sa substantive fairness. Okay, let's proceed to the second one. How does it happen? Sige nga. How do you, Okay, fair notice. So how does it happen? May tanong ba kayo so far? May tanong kayo? May tanong kayo?
Wala po.
Wala pa. Okay, let's proceed. How to deal with workplace issues? How does fair notice happen? For example, so impartiality. Next is accountability. Okay, accountability. Ito yung tamang in Tagalog is kaya mong panagutan yung ginawa mo. Okay, kaya mong panagutan yung ginawa mo. Whether it is an assignment or it is a task or it is a work given to you. Okay, when we talk about accountability, you are held accounted for whatever it is that you do. For whatever it is that you do. Okay? So accountability tells us that it simply means you are being responsible for decisions that you have made, for the actions that you have taken, and for the assignment that you have completed. You are responsible. Okay? Ikaw ang responsable kung ano man nung kahinatnan o nakalabasan nung ginawa mong desisyon pagkilos, at pagkumpleto sa assignment na ginawa mo. Other than fairness, the second one is accountability. Okay. So, pwede ko bang tawagin si Charlene? Charlene, can you read the first paragraph? In any business organization, Charlene?
In any business organization, accountability is a management's way to control the process in which responses are given for a person's actions. These responses may be resulted to a positive or negative effect. Depending on the response, the person might need to correct his or her error. Accountability refers to the individual responsibility for the work he or she has performed and answering to peers and superiors for their performances. Accountability is often used for synonymously with responsibility, blameworthiness, and liability.
Okay, thank you. So, in an organization, there is always a protocol in which you need to do something. For example, you need to buy certain things for the company, okay? For example, in the government, how does it happen? There is always a bidding, okay? A bidding. So how does it happen? For example, in a government organization, there is a bidding, okay? You need to for example, sa gobyerno, okay, how does it happen in a government? Before a government buys something, there should always be a what? A bidding. Kailangan mo nang mag-bid kung sino yung pinakamahusay na bidder, yung may pinakamagandang produkto, at may pinakamura siguro na produkto, yun yung bibili ng government. Hindi pwedeng bili ka ng bili kahit saan. Or may kakilala ka, ay kakilala ko to, dito na lang tayo bumili. Hindi ganon, okay? So in government, there should always be a bidding. Kasi, for example, may nangyaring dun sa binili mo. For example, hindi siya gumagana, bumili ng ballpen, hindi sumusulat. Yung mga taong bumili ng mga ballpen, for example, sila yung nasa procurement or purchasing department, sila yung mananagot sa nangyaring yon. Ang tawag natin doon is accountability, okay? Leadership accountability. What do we mean by leadership accountability? Pakibasa nga, Boticario. Boticario. Sige,
In any organization, leaders normally take the blame in any case of failure. To change this behavior and create an environment where all levels can flourish and work as a team, view failure as a learning opportunity and make it a core principle of your culture, not a chance to place the blame.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So alam naman natin na when you work in an organization, you need to be of good relationship to your superior, sa mga boss mo, 'di ba? Dapat maganda yung relationship mo sa kanya kasi siya yung mananagot para sa iyo. Okay, for example, hindi ka pumapasok sa school, sinong mananagot doon? Hindi na-inform yung nanay at tatay mo, it is the school, di ba? Kasi hindi in-inform yung nanay at tatay mo that you are not going to school regularly. So that's the basic of it. Ganun din in a workplace. It's like, hindi naman siya katulad ng school, but in a workplace, it is always your supervisor who will take responsibility for you. So always remember those things. Accountability. If you are given leadership roles in a company or in an organization, your accountability increases. Mas dumadami yung responsibilidad mo. Okay? You need to be responsible to your workers, to your subordinates. Kaya meron tayong that's why we have supervisors, 'di ba? We have managers. They are the people who will be accountable on your actions and to whatever it is that has happened, but that will happen to you in our on organization. Okay? Okay, pakibasa nga ay. Ay. Jai, na-sign out ako. Oo, kasi nag-login ka. Narinig niyo pa ba ako?
Apo.
Narinig niyo pa? Nakikita pa rin yung screen?
Apo.
Nakikita pa pala eh. Okay. Okay, so let's continue. So what do we mean by lead by example to motivate employees to achieve goals? Pwede niyo bang pakibasa to? It is important for leaders. Pwede ko bang tawagin si Marian Labastida? Marian Labastida. It is important.
It is important for leader to foster an environment that may lead to empower employers to wait lang.
Ayan, sige, kaya mo
Their
yan.
prejudice and success. You can help your team members. See, uy, wag kang tumawa, kuya. Saglit lang. Outcome useful insight, not to mistake. Use positive experience as way. wait. Wait lang po, sir, kasi tumatawa yung...
Oo, sige, tuloy.
It is important for leaders to foster environment that may lead empower employees through their failures and success. You can help your team members see outcomes, useful insights, not as mistake. Use positive experience as way to formulate new process and use failure insight into what went wrong, how you can avoid it in the future. Tuloy pa po, sir, pati yung baba.
In accountable organizations.
In accountable organization, and everyone can work as a team to identify and analyze, use such insight to possibility. Huwag kang tumawa, Bing. Influence the culture process, improved a working environment for the company.
Okay, so according to some expert, the fastest way wherein you can teach something to a person is to teach it by example. Okay, in an organization, there is a thing you call leadership by example. Okay, you need to be the role model. You need to be the model for those things and for those characteristics that you want your employees to have. You need to have it first as a leader before your employees could have those things. Okay? Ang tawag natin doon ay leadership by example. And there is also a thing we call positive reinforcement wherein we use positive experiences as a way to formulate new processes and to inspire our organization. Okay, we need to use positive experiences and positive events, including positive feedbacks to our employees. Siyempre, coupled na rin din yung negative feedbacks in order to what? In order to motivate our employees into achieving goals. Okay, always remember those things. Leadership by example and positive reinforcement. Okay, tandaan yan. Okay. Okay, pakibasa nga ito. Okay, accountability is crucial. Okay, anybody? Si ano nga? Sino ba? Mary Rose, accountability is crucial.
Accountability is crucial to ensuring high performance within an organization. However, managers must clearly communicate their expectations to the person who is responsible for the specified action or task. Clear communication of expectations and well-defined goals is a very effective tool to enhancing performance at every level of organization.
Okay, thank you. So accountability is crucial. When you talk about it's crucial, it's very important in order to ensure high performance within an organization. If you give responsibilities to your subordinates, kung nagbibigay ka ng mga bagay na dapat nilang panagutan as an employee, okay, they are motivated to do well on their jobs. Always remember those things. Diba, pag pinagkakatiwalaan ka to do a certain task in an organization, you should feel good because accountability or binibigyan ka ng mga additional tasks in an organization, you should feel happy because those things would not only ensure high performance within an organization, but also gives or helps you what? To become accountable on specific responsibilities. On specific responsibilities. So sana na-gets nyo na yung meaning ng responsibilities. Okay? Accountability number 1 is fairness. Fairness. Number 2 is accountability. The third one is, we have 4 minutes. Okay, transparency. Transparency. Okay, so what do we mean by transparency? When something is transparent, what does it mean? Anybody? Transparency. Pakibasa nga Shirasawa, Jaime. Ay, may dumagdag. Si James Patrick. Yaras, pakibasa nga, what's the meaning of transparency? Ano po at? Opo, tama po, ma'am. Business ethics po ng ABM. Okay, transparency.
Transparency yield trust. Who can trust a company or anyone for that matter who does not disclose information and who does not share anything to employees and clients or customer. There are very few ways to build trust. It is something that cannot be built overnight. Night pala. But can be accomplished when there is transparency. The opposite of transparency is secrecy and confidentiality, which normally wears away trust, especially to your employees.
Okay. So, in a government class, anybody who's in a government position, everybody is required. So, paano ba nangyayari yung transparency? Okay? So, kasi we cannot always say that, we can trust people. We can trust people, but always try to remember that we cannot build trust overnight. Yung pagtitiwala sa isang tao, hindi siya nangyayari isang gabi lang, isang araw, 1 week. Okay. So, trust is built on on a sa mahabang panahon. That's how you build trust. And trust is earned, di ba? Trust, just like respect, is earned. So how do organizations survive dealing with different people, different personalities, peoples of different background in an organization? There's a thing you call transparency. Okay, di ba? Pag nag-apply ka pa lang sa trabaho, di ba, you will write necessary information on your resume so that when you apply, your boss or your organization would know where you came from, what school you graduated into, your course, mga previous jobs mo, they would know it. We call it transparency. Okay, transparency. And then during hiring, you will be given company orientation. You would know what is the company all about, what are its missions and visions. Then kasama na din sa orientation mo yung, for example, your sweldo, how much will you be earning, anong oras ka papasok. So all of those things will be given to you and everybody will be open about it. Okay, especially if you are working if you work in an organization, transparency is the key. Okay, paano pa nangyayari ang transparency? Okay, so in a government, alam niyo yung class, yung nagbibigay ng SALN. What do we mean by SALN? Yung SALN, doon nakasulat lahat yung assets tsaka yung liabilities ng isang tao. Kaya nalalaman natin, di ba, kung sino yung pinakamayaman na senador tsaka sino yung pinakamahirap na senador. Ngayon, ang pinakamayamang senador is Cynthia Villar, di ba? Si Cynthia Villar nasa number 1 siya. Kasi nga ang dami niyang assets. Tapos yung asawa niyang si Manny Villar. Manny Villar is the richest person in the Philippines. Okay. Kailangan yun sa government. Si Manny Villar, hindi niya na kailangang i-open yung mga assets niya kasi hindi na siya nagtatrabaho sa government. Yung asawa niyang si Cynthia Villar, kailangan mag-disclose nun because Cynthia Villar works in a government. Okay? So, malalaman dun sa SALN yung assets minus the liabilities. Ano yung liabilities? Liabilities